And time now to invite my next guest now on Startup Central. She clearly believes converting a crisis into an opportunity. Here is the founder of Sheroes, Sairee Chahal, joining us on the show. Sairee, it's always a pleasure talking to you. The reason I said you're converting a crisis into an opportunity is because right now, when everybody's trying to extend their cash runway, talking about cutting costs, you've gone ahead and actually announced an acquisition.
Like we do believe in making the most of a opportunity we have, but I think this was something that was in the making for a while. And Naaree.com has been a partner to Sheroes for many years now, and what we are seeing in a post-COVID world is that adoption of internet by women is accelerating, and we clearly see the need for more depth within the Sheroes network, within the company, within our range of products that we have. And I've known Priya, who's the founder, for many years. We've collaborated on projects. So it seemed like the right thing to do, and obviously we share the common vision. We share the women's internet dream.
That's right. So what does Sheroes get after this acquisition of Naaree? Can you tell us how much you paid for it? Or if you don't want to disclose that, do you want to tell us what this is going to mean for Sheroes?
Right. So look, I think if you see the thesis of Sheroes, we totally believe in building products that belong to the women's internet category, products that are part of growth journeys of women, especially when they come online. And if you see all the acquisitions we've made, or even our core platform, it's basically built for almost 200 million women who are going to be using the internet in India at some point. Naaree is a very deep product. Priya, the founder, has been working on it for years now, and it has some of the finest content available for women. That one can find, and I'll tell you what triggered the transaction. So we have been seeing a spurt of requests around domestic violence on the Sheroes helpline during the pandemic, and we've been sort of upping our effort, responding in the best way possible, adding more resources. But one of the most read articles on the internet around finding help around domestic abuse actually sits on Naaree.com. Okay, so there is a treasure trove of very women specific content, women specific resources, and one of the things Naaree has been building is support around remote work from home, and women entrepreneurs. All categories we love and we work with. So the synergies were right bang on. And of course, Priya joins our team now, and that's, I think, the most important thing in this transaction, because we need women who believe in this vision, but also have the skills and the depth and the drive to go all the way.
Okay. And Sairee, you kind of preempted my next couple of questions that I really wanted to ask you. You're creating this women's internet, a safe place for women. You very often refer to it as a Gymkhana club for women. During COVID, what have been some of the lot of issues that you have seen on the Sheroes platform? You talked about work from home, rising domestic abuse. There's also been concerns that when liquor sales were going to be reallowed, how that was also going to perhaps lead to rising instances of domestic abuse. Did you witness that?
Yes, absolutely. So I think there are two parts to it. One is, of course, the sad news that we're seeing more abuse, we're seeing more anxiety, we're seeing more questions around mental health, more questions of questions of domestic violence. But On the positive side, women are using the platform and the internet per se for many, many diverse reasons now. I think children are studying online, so even women who would traditionally not spend a lot of time online are being very open about it. They're spending a lot more time. Health information is online, groceries have gone online, government services are online, and of course, I think we all know our unemployment numbers now. The need for second incomes and first incomes, and the need for additional incomes is at an all-time high. So more and more women, because of the pandemic and because of the inherent mobility issues, are looking at the internet as a savior. They're looking as going online and looking at peer-to-peer social commerce opportunities. They're looking at remote work. They're looking at working from home, but they're also looking to up their skills. So it's adoption like never before. We have seen our usage rates double every single month from March onwards. And what we're also seeing is the span of users, right from very young users to very old users. Women in every part of this country are flocking online to find themselves more information, more opportunity, and more support.
And what has been the talk around work from home? Of course, people talk about higher productivity, but there are lots of challenges. Like women have to make sure that their kids are studying on one device, not surfing the internet. Simultaneously, they may not have understanding bosses who are giving them time off when the kids are supposed to be in school but actually are at home studying. I'm sure that has been a huge area of concern. And how have women grappled with this?
Absolutely. I think, it's finally a time in our lives when men have to step up. I think women have done a lot of heavy lifting, in both working from home and working from offices. But clearly, men need to be equal partners, especially in this environment. And that's been a big, big conversation both on the Sheroes app and, of course, on all our communities. Women are very, very cognizant of the fact that they are doing literally not a double shift but a triple shift. This is an anxious time for everyone, and of course, in India we're complex families, we're small homes, we don't have that kind of resources. Internet bandwidth is limited, so families are at sort of loggerheads. But at the same time, this is a big opportunity for a lot of women to make sure that they don't lose sense of their own careers or for everything that they have worked for. And this is really, really a sign for all the men to take equal ownership at home. And this needs to go past the pandemic.
How do you see Sheroes evolve post lockdown?
Right. So I think as the lockdown sort of gets over, we know that a lot of people need healing, a lot of people need a lot more support. And I think we are all going to reimagine our lives, our work, and we're not isolated from that. But clearly, I think remote work and entrepreneurship are two very big themes we're going to focus on, and we definitely see a lot more women first internet, women centric products and services. So I visualize this category expanding. I also visualize a lot more interesting products and services coming to the space. And of course, as the Sheroes platform grows, we also want to sort of open out what we have learned in our journey of building this to everybody else in the ecosystem via our stack or via sharing some of the technology that we have built. So that's something we're excited by, but also making sure that in the near term we are very focused on issues that are commonplace and that are very, very universal in nature: women's health, entrepreneurship, earning opportunities, and of course a sense of community and access to networks.
Sairee, my last question to you. You, before COVID, had dreams about lending to women, having an NBFC of sorts. Are you going to continue with that post COVID, or do you think you'll defer that plan?
So actually, we've been working on that. So watch this space. Look, we are actually more committed than ever to work with women around money and making sure women have access to credit, access to financial products, and more. And of course, this is one of the things that's getting fierce adoption. Digital payments. Nobody's going to go back to banks offline, or nobody's going to go back to the way they transacted or used money before this. So we're actually excited about this because it has changed the world in ways we would have never imagined. And like you said, never waste a good crisis, and we're doing exactly that. So watch this space. You'll hear from us.
Okay, and then you please come back on Startup Central and tell us more about it when you do launch the product. With Sairee Chahal, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Startup Central. All the very best.
Having me. Thank you.
And with that, it's a wrap. Many thanks for watching.